All right. So to set up this finale, and I guess, yeah, exactly. That's exactly the gif I was thinking of when I was saying how I wear my pants. So thank you. Um, so to kind of set up this final finale slash epilogue for what is to come. Let's go ahead and go over what happened last time, figure out where we are, and how we're moving forward. So, last time we found ourselves traversing through the Red Vivarium. En route to the ruins, all 5 of you, this time, strangely enough, led by Mac rather than your typical guide in Hoot. Sorry. In any case, as you as you traveled, it seemed that that sanctuary itself had some sort of effect, because as you kind of reach the borders of this this kind of wall of sorts, that immediate kind of sinking shoulder feeling of the weight that the Red Vivarium held to it kind of return, right? But even still, you pressed forward, intent on clearing out these ruins, finding something that that was pretty precious, I guess, to a few of you, as far as looking to find something that helps, I guess, cure your ailment in a way. And so you press forward until you finally reach the ruins of this abandoned, I guess you could say, like, hospital. The ruins themselves having a strange effect, kind of twisting the mind a little bit, causing fear and panic, and to those of you who kind of, without a moment, to kind of steel your nerves as you looked upon it itself, the sound of the whispering, right? It seemed during all of this that Hoot kind of had some sort of strange mental effect going on, kind of fighting against his better judgment of things. But still, you 5, Preston, made your way into the open garden square of the interior, pressing forward, coming across what looked to be kind of an old alchemy lab of sorts, right? Stashing a good number of vials, as well as this strange emerald, kind of a tear-shaped gem that seemed to have a strange effect, not on Dorina or Chester, but on Hoot, who tried to kind of get a bit too close. This like sinking kind of amplifying effect, but over amplification, right? Like just almost like burning out every resource you had. In any case, though, the 2 unbothered. Eventually, Chester would be the one to claim it on the mantle that it's at. Doing so, seemingly unlocking something else within the complex. Sound of stone grating against itself. As you continued forward, kind of scouting out this this complex, you come across a set of stairs heading deep down into the earth below. Choosing to follow, because it seemed like whatever this whatever the wall that was here before, right? Whatever passage was hidden beyond had been closed for some time. And so you all made your way down into the earth of this ruin. Jesus Christ. Okay. Jesus. So, yeah, so reaching the bottom, opening up into this strange, almost like cathedral space underneath the ground. The back of it just kind of opened up into this darkened void of light with, a number of stars kind of illuminating this space. strange kind of two strange old kind of haggardly women stood within the stairs on the way up, and after kind of calling one of you forward, specifically Hoot, right, you know, proclaiming that one of you was to stay, right, it was fated, one of you will stay. And so, before this situation progressed too far, Chester, the first one, right, stepped in looking to put a stop to this strange interaction. And that is when the fight began. The haggardly, haggish woman and this strange creature kind of transforming before your eyes. This beast with long claws and strange kind of an amalgamation of flesh. Thankfully, due to some extremely lucky rolls and a very kind DM that allowed you to get a bit too close, you came out on top, almost unfazed except for Mac, who took a pretty hefty shot early on in the fight. Beyond that, though, you came out on top. The lights in the back of this cathedral kind of dimming, you know, the stars one by one going out until there's nothing but an endless kind of black void at the rear of this space, almost drawing Hoot in entirely, right? A final moment as you all exited, following along with Nyx, who was chasing down this creature that had, you know, gone on a run, escaping from this area. And so, not one to be left behind. I believe Dorina, and I think it was just Dorina, right? Pulled back, Hoot, stopping you from returning to that void in the rear of the cathedral.
Yes, Dorina and Cheese.
Oh yeah, Dorina and Cheese.
Both of them had to, because I rolled.
Yeah, they both had to roll, exactly. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so kind of being held on both sides, one by an old friend in Chester, and the other by a new friend in Dorina. And so I've pulled away from the space, making your way back up the stairs, and and back onto a top level, getting you far enough that the strange mind effects that were kind of happening in this moment, who kind of you were able to get away from their sway and kind of gain control over yourself. And so I'm going to say, probably as the five of you are kind of just escaping the ruins themselves, right, out basically just in front of the ruins, right, and the cliff that stands kind of tall above the small valley where that abandoned kind of ruined village lays. That is where we'll pick up, and so let me get some music on and we'll set it off. So I'm about to cough, sorry. So Jesus. So as the five of you kind of reconvene, Nyx, you were kind of chasing after this creature, but in total, and basically based on, you know, action economy and stuff like that, quite a bit faster than you, unfortunately, in a foot chase, right? Your total movement per round would have been somewhere around 25. The creature was considerably faster, so each action, right, kind of action for action, eventually the creature would have been, you know, more than 50, 60 feet. And at this point, kind of as you reach here now, the creature just kind of disappears off and into the wooded section, heading away from these ruins. And maybe you kind of take a breather, a moment, you know, not wanting to rush into something so kind of carelessly, ensuring that the others are with you. So just a few moments later, and then the other four will kind of come crashing out of the ruins themselves, right, kind of behind the five of you, reconvening. And my fucking thing is back. Oh. There we go. Sorry. So the five of you kind of rejoining in this moment. You've got the ruins, and I'm gonna say if everybody can roll me a perception check really quick. Damn. Perfect for the one to have the highest roll being Hoot. With a 19, Hoot, as you kind of get away from this kind of strange force that's kind of alluring, right? Drawing you in. As you, the five of you kind of stand as a group out front of the ruins. You recognize that the whispering, the strange whispering that was kind of getting to you, that sounded like it came from the very stone of the ruins, kind of seems quiet now, right? Seems kind of settled. But with that though, there is this strange force that all of you can perceive in this moment. Even Mac, despite the crazy low roll.
Despite the fact that he's useless at the moment.
Yeah,
Still
despite
feeling that.
yeah, you still feel there's this immense pressure kind of coming down, like the gravity in this area is so much more condensed and so much more kind of powerful hanging on you. You feel like your body is kind of pulling itself down to the ground. Rather than the typical kind of strain of standing, depending on like what kind of armor you're wearing, and as such, it feels like double, right? Like you're having to fight to kind of keep a straightened stance going. So, as you all join them together. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna say that's the case for everybody except for Chester, who seems empowered by this strange emerald gem.
If we get close to Chester, do we feel any weird things about the gem?
So, I'm gonna say, not if you get close, but if you put your hand to Chester, like in like skin on skin contact while Chester's holding this item, you will feel not to the extent of like the absolute draining effect it seemed to have on Hoot, but you would feel like easier to kind of stand tall and all of those things. So there is a bit of weird, like what is it, like transitive? I can't think of the fucking word. Transitive properties to do with the emerald gem, right? If you're touching somebody who's like holding on to it, you're getting a bit of like the residual magical effect from it.
I guess as we stand outside, who'd look like to the group like, oh, yeah, at least we're outside now. I guess would that count as clearing it out? There were only two of them. There didn't appear to be much more though, but there's a bit of heaviness to the air. Still, that is lingering.
Well, I wouldn't mind taking a further look around this floor. People have been avoiding it, clearly. But if we think that that is it, then we can, I guess, go back.
There were talks of the ruins that we definitely should avoid, and
Which
only
means we should definitely go there.
That could be an interpretation, yes. Although perhaps in our current state, maybe not so wise.
As long as we get away from this hospital, I don't care. Like, Mac is still frightened too.
Do
Yeah,
we
let's
want
go.
to get away from the hospital? We could check if there's any residual and anything to make sure that it is properly cleared out and that we're welcome back in Sanctuary and not do a half-assed job. Or, well, we could tell them that we've been in there and that we've cleared at least something out and we have evidence of it.
I think we could be quite honest about the fact that one got away. That should be considered a half-cleared and properly scouted place.
And I guess otherwise it's always it's not too far from Sanctuary, so we could always make our way back if they're not too happy with the way we did business. But I do agree that for now I would prefer to leave this place as well. And
They
by the
could
looks
at
of
least
it,
let us. Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna add like, and by the looks of it, we should head that way, pointing in a random direction.
So the other way then. The exact opposite direction.
I don't know. Does Hoot know how to read a compass again?
That's what I mean. I don't think so. I feel like we should just go the other way.
I guess you still have the map and are holding on to the compass and could lead the way. I do feel slightly better. The whispers I was hearing earlier do seem to have gone as we stepped outside, but I do not entirely feel like myself here.
Well, maybe if we go back to Sanctuary, at least we could rest for a little bit, recuperate.
True, and we might be able to let them see the gem and identify it to
No,
see
no, no.
what.
That's fine. We should give them. We maybe shouldn't tell them about that.
Why shouldn't we? Once first come,
Hey,
first
they said
served.
Only
yeah,
if we
finders
clear
keepers.
it. Only if we
Well,
clear it.
Well, yeah, but then if we haven't
Let's,
quote unquote cleared it, then we go back. But this is ours to keep, clearly. Although I do want to know. I would want to know what it actually does. I guess it's making you feel a lot better because you were seemingly a little bit more frightened earlier, but you do stand tall rather now.
Yeah, I feel great.
I guess what's another half an hour of looking around here for some more things sitting around? We don't have to
we could
go too into them, but
there were still a couple of rooms to decide. Not entirely, with the whispers gone, even though it feels heavy, we might have a peek around. But there were still some rooms that were undiscovered or were at least closed. They didn't seem to contain much, but we could have a look.
Just a quick look. Better than coming back for another day of whatever comes in here after we're gone.
I want to see the town.
In your condition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be away from the hospital.
Yeah, and I do think you need a little bit of rest as well, because I can still see the marks that were left. Might have seemed like a good time to you, but it's left quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, and Dorina made it worse by shoving her finger in it.
I was very gentle.
You seem very pleased about it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't opposed to it, but...
So all in all, I had a good time. But okay, let's turn around and just head into the hospital, I guess. Just to have a quick peek.
Okay. I will say, I guess not everybody has to return in, so I like.
Yeah, Mac's gonna stay outside.
Okay, Mac chooses to stay outside, so
Chester would stay with Mac.
Chester stays with Mac. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
He's
go,
not gonna fucking leave
stay
his
outside.
brothers.
All right. Selena stays back. So is it Hoot and Nyx is the only two heading back in to just give like a final once over, maybe to see if there's anything that was missed.
Maybe the creature would have left behind, because I do think the creature was hit and might be leaving drops of blood or something like that, and at least that we can say that we did a good once over.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, jumped off a ledge.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, I'm gonna go do a water bomb off the cliff.
Okay, perfect.
Cannonball.
Yeah. Okay, so the two of you head back inside while the other three kind of wait outside. Kind of wait outside. So, who do you want to address first with this? Okay, so we'll start with the two that are heading back in. So, Nyx and Hoot. So as you kind of make your way back up the stairs, again, you have the paths to either side that seem to kind of loop around and reconnect on the opposite side, this open kind of courtyard in the middle with the old water fountain that's kind of been it's kind of green and full of kind of like slimy water, right, from being left open to the elements. So you have those two paths available to you that you haven't gone before because you've already made your way to the courtyard itself. Further in, there was a single path there was only a single path. So other than those two, there's just a single path further in, kind of like much further in, that you have yet to explore. But would say like roughly about like 60% of the complex has been looked through so far.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, we want to take a quick look to the left. Better than nothing.
Let's have a quick look, but let's be quiet about it and at least use our senses.
Okay, so
I agree.
So instead of crossing through the open courtyard, you're going to take the path to the left, around?
Yeah.
Let's just stay
gone
out
that
of
way
the
yet.
open.
Fair enough. Okay, alright. Yeah, so you start to step down that way. We'll say you're just walking kind of side by side, right? As you just kind of give a quick look over. As you reach the end of the hall, again, to describe much of the wall and even the roof of this this complex, this building has kind of been, lost to the elements. So as you kind of turn the corner, you see down the hall, as it were, that there are two rusted, old, kind of heavy suits of armor that are still like barely standing. A few pieces seem to be missing, and they're kind of holding onto these like large broadswords, right? With both gauntleted fists. So like parts of the armor have kind of slunk, right? The helmet seems to be off, like the leg, but still standing. Each of these kind of broken down armored suits are still kind of gripping onto these large broadswords, and either kind of armor stand. Other than that, the windows are all just kind of shattered in. There's lots of glass all across the all across the floor. There's no like openings on either side. This seems like in the past there was potentially, a path through, or the courtyard might have been kind of gated, but whatever stopped people from just walking through the whole time seems to have been kind of lost to the elements as well. So as you look down, you just see these two old, kind of rusted up suits of armor.
Guess something's better than nothing to bring back.
And are they completely rusted? Like, is it the armor that is entirely rusted, and they still have seemingly functional sort of grand swords?
So, are you approaching to take a closer look, or are you just trying to make your best assessment from 20 feet away?
Yeah, like from 20, 30 feet away, just to get like an indication if there's any danger, or just an assessment.
Yeah. Giving the assessment, kind of squinting your eyes. Yeah, I mean, the armor is rusted in a lot of ways. The swords seem to look pretty decent though. Don't seem like they've been they don't seem as weathered or as just as weathered as the rest of the armor around them.
Well, Hoot, do you think they're magical? Seems like everything else
Ah.
is rusted but them.
I've known of some good steel that could hold up over time, and if it was just crappy armor, it might rust. So yeah, so the armor might be bad. However, I don't really have a way to detect any kinds of magic, so it might be a sort of, they might be automatons, or at least the animated bodies. I mean, we heard the history about how the hospital delved into those experiments.
True. Very true.
I would say, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you're trying to check if they're like, I guess since you don't have the ability to see if they're magical in nature, what you can do, you can make two types of checks here. You can make a thievery check to see if they're trapped by any means, and you can make an arcana check to see if anything. But doing either of these requires you to get close to the items.
Okay. I'll get slightly closer because Hood has experience in breaking and entering, and he would fall on those ways to sort of like assess, like he would a door or a possible trap or anything from that nature to see if it might hurt him or hurt if they were to continue on.
Fair enough.
I'll step up closer too in case something goes wrong, but just enough to jump in front of him, worst case.
Fair enough. With the 15, nah, everything looks good. They don't look trapped or anything like that. You get the idea to get these broadswords free. You're probably gonna have to get pretty up close and kind of grab, and because they seem well, kind of well put into place. Right, it's not gonna be easy. But yeah, as you kind of look around, nothing seems untoward.
Well, Hoot, what are you thinking?
There's two
You
broadswords.
need a good handout?
Yeah, two broadswords, just to be clear.
We could have a look at these, or we could continue our way forwards and go towards the main path that was seemingly the main part that was still unexplored, because we came past this when we went through the courtyard. Although this could already be a prize enough by itself.
Yeah, might as well not leave it behind. I guess next we'll step up and try to give it a hand out of the mounting.
Okay, perfect. As you step up, kind of stepping up in front, kind of grabbing at it, trying to start lifting the blade up out of its placement. I need you to make me a reflex saving throw.
Okay.
That is unfortunately not enough. Actually, no, sorry. It's enough so that you only take half damage here. So. All right. So next, as you kind of step forward and you start to grip a hold of the broadsword, kind of pulling it free. As you pull it up a bit too far, you notice it at the last possible second, as there is a line, some type of wiring of sorts, connected to the gauntlets that are gripping the handle, I guess, of the broadsword, right? And so as you kind of go and pull it away, you can see that line tense, but you're already kind of too invested in this movement, right? Kind of putting your strength into it, that the line pops, and as it does so, you're holding a part of the blade in your hand, but it almost like a guillotine, right? It had like a spring action to it, as it just swings up directly, kind of from bottom to top. Kind of, if you were standing there with your legs spread, you'd be like, what is it when you're
flayed?
Kind of, yeah, like right through the middle, right? It would have gone straight up your body, right? Like all the way through. would cut you in half essentially. But you make the save at least. You dive out of the way as the tension behind this blade just snaps loudly, and you can hear potentially in the wall itself some sort of mechanism as a massive weight drops. You hear the bang and you see the blade kind of bisect directly up the middle. And so you only take half of this. So you take I believe it's 10, 11.
I think usually run it down 10.
Yeah, it'll, let's see. Oh, I have to select the token. I'm not
No, you can click.
Yeah. So however much that ends up being, yeah, you narrowly avoid it, right? Kind of trusting, at least for the moment, that that Hoot had kind of good eyes on the object. So as it pops, as the blade swings up heavy, quickly enough, just narrowly avoiding, kind of slicing you in half. You kind of dive just out of the way, landing on the floor. I will
Didn't
say
see that one coming, Hoot, huh?
Yeah, I will say as it reaches its full peak, it actually comes unhinged, and the blade just kind of spins in the air momentarily before slamming into the ground with the familiar kind of metal on stone sound as it kind of, comes unhinged and just slams and kind of momentarily vibrates against the ground before settling. You got it free. Yeah,
I'll pick it up. Yeah.
Was it both of the swords that moved in a similar motion, or just the one?
It was just the one. Yeah. Take a look at the second one if you
You
like.
want to try the other one?
Yeah.
Well, at least now I'm guessing it might be set in a similar way.
Yeah, a bit easier. Yeah. I'll give you a
Could
substantial
I-
bonus for the thievery check.
Yeah, could I get out my thief tools and sort of look for that little wire that would connect the sword?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me another thievery check, and we'll go. Well, actually, instead of giving a bonus, we'll just go against the DC. We'll lower the DC. With an 18, yeah, you find it. You go through. Very, very careful, seeing almost what happened, and unfortunately, the way you have to stand to kind of get at this little, this kind of tense line, it's like the worst way you'd have to stand, right? You're basically, if you do anything wrong, this blade is coming up right between your legs, and so the way you have to stand is you kind of lean over and try to get into the gloves without putting too much tension on the wire to kind of cause it to break. Eventually, yeah, you get to it. You kind of cut it, right, using the thieves' tools, and you can hear almost like inside the stone wall that heavy weight kind of come dropping and slamming down, but the blade does not move because you have you've you've removed the tension on the line, and you can take the sword just fine.
I guess I'll take it from the suit, and it's not going to fit in a backpack, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to carry it,
Yeah.
the old-fashioned way. Yeah.
At least, yeah, for now.
At least for now.
Looked at time, be like, okay, well, at least the swords or something. Did you want to have a look further in, or see what our friends outside are up to?
I'm content. This place seems a little bit too trapped for my liking.
It definitely is.
Noises,
Yeah, I would say
being sliced in half, I'd prefer not.
Yeah, I would say the I don't know, the supernatural effects of this place seem to have lessened. That weight still remains. There's still a gravity here that is just, almost a bit extreme. But it's, you're able to keep yourselves upright at the very least. Although it is taking a bit of effort. But yeah, other than that, right, the whispering, the kind of that almost dread atmosphere of the location seems to kind of start dissipating since since you've returned to the surface. So, yeah. So deciding against heading further in, right? Not wanting to. This place is definitely highly trapped. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Taking the. You got 2 really nice swords. Maybe you decide. Maybe that's maybe that's enough for us.
It's more than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, the 2 of you kind of return, seeking to join the other 3. So for the 3 outside, as the other 2 kind of disappear back into the ruins, are you sharing any information with each other? Are you doing anything in regards to that? Or are you just kind of hanging out and waiting? What's going on?
Yeah, Chester's just hanging out and waiting. He's like sitting down on like a ledge somewhere, just like having a great time, kicking his legs. There's no problems whatsoever anymore.
Yeah, feeling good. Right?
I think Mac would want to check out Chester's wound.
Chester's what? Sorry.
Wound.
Wound? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What about Dorina?
I don't really think she's getting up to anything right now. She's just waiting for the others.
Yeah, kind of like, let's just get the fuck out of here. Right? Fair enough. Yeah. Mac, you go up to your twin and you. What's up?
He's gonna first be like, Dorina, like, look away. This is very immodest. Like, doesn't want her to see.
Okay.
Cover your eyes.
She would, like, with a dramatic flick of her hair, spin around.
Yeah. And then, like, without hesitation, he's just gonna, like, lift Chester's shirt so he can see.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. I'll say without having to make a check. Strangely enough, there seems to have been some already in this short amount of time. It looks, no, I wouldn't say substantially, but it looks slightly better already. Like, it looks like there's a bit of healing involved. That, maybe just, I'm gonna say you've probably seen it progress, Mac, right? So you've seen it often enough that you are able to kind of when there's kind of slight changes in either direction, and this seems to be a slight change for the better.
But used to looking at my body.
Yeah. Mac's gonna actually look, like, pretty relieved at that.
Okay.
And Chester's gonna get, like, a thumbs up from him.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you'll get a thumbs up back at the same time. It's great.
All right.
And then we're gonna sneak up on Dorina and scare her.
Okay. So, as the 2 of you are sneaking, all 3 of you go to roll me a perception check. All right. So for
I'm not doing so hot today, guys.
it's the fear. It's that shaken feeling of frightened. Actually, no. I should say that's going to be a 12 and out of 10 at least, because the frightened effect seemingly has worn off.
Oh, yes, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
You're still drained though, so.
Yeah, that's okay, but at least I'm not afraid, because that's annoying.
Yeah, maybe seeing your brother's wound actually kind of turn for the better brings
feeling
like
invigorated.
brings like another level of relief too, and kind of takes your mind off of the kind of fear effect that it kind of had a grip on you. So with that, Chester and Dorina. So Mac and Cheese, the 2 of you are trying your best to kind of sneak up on Dorina, who has, like, her back turned, right? Doesn't seem to be, it seems to be giving you the privacy that you asked for, right, as far as checking. But with that 23 and that 19, Mac, you continue on because for whatever reason, this just did not register to you. But for Dorina and for Chester, two of you hear it sounds like a piercing cry for help, carried by the wind, right? And your best bet at kind of echolocating it seems that it has come from the ruins in the valley below of the village. And so maybe that kind of stirs you enough, Dorina, that you actually kind of turn and catch the twins mid stealth attempt to kind of sneak up on you.
Oh, that sounds promising.
What is going on here now?
Sorry, what was that, Rose?
Dorina would have asked, what is going on here now?
Nothing.
Alerted to your presence.
Nothing. Didn't
we're
you
just
just
trying
hear
to-
that? Yeah.
Hear what?
We're stretching, doing lunges.
And then like
Anyway,
we
what's-
demonstrate doing stretches.
Wasn't someone calling for help just now?
Yes, it did indeed sound so, didn't it? That's exactly what I would do if I wanted to lure somebody into my lair to... Oh, I'm just kidding,
You have
of
a
course.
lair, Dorina?
She would like genuinely laugh and shake her head.
I'd love to lay in your lair. I suppose we're not going down there, hey?
I would personally perhaps recommend against it, unless you have a valid reason, of course.
Let's say, do you approach the cliff and look down into the village?
Mac will.
Okay.
Yeah, let's check it out.
He didn't hear the scream, so he's like, huh.
Okay. Yeah, so Mac, you're kind of first as you kind of take off towards the cliff and kind of look down into the valley below. As you kind of stand there, looking down, trying to see if, like, something happens, like anything catches your attention. I'm gonna say you two hear it, Mac, and it's kind of like, again, it's like this. It's like a scream that was carried from a bit too far away, right? You can hear it, but it's not in the way that you would expect, right? Like, doesn't sound like somebody who's nearby, and even the way it kind of carries in the air sounds a bit off. But yeah, you hear kind of like the same kind of scream for help, this kind of shrill cry, and it kind of hangs on the wind. You hear it, and then it is seemingly gone. And as you look down into the ruins of the village below, nothing seems to have stirred or changed.
Mac is gonna turn back to the two of them, and he's gonna go, I mean, we do have a valid reason to go there. They told us not to go there.
Very true.
Perhaps that was just a kind-hearted warning from them to ensure our own safety, which to some degree lays in their interest.
Yeah, but I think, like, Manly Man would have told us.
With his manliness.
Manly man.
Yeah. I forget his name. It was
Adrian.
he was the one that told us about it, right?
Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian was the one that told us not to go there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He
yeah.
said it was
So,
clear. It's fine. Just don't bother with it.
Yeah, see, he said it was cleared.
Well, it's clearly not cleared.
And he wanted us to clear something.
Okay, let's go check it out, but let's not
We all just
Well,
start
actually, tell them
walking
about
there.
it.
Just like
Okay.
without who and Nyx.
We're just gonna look down over it.
All right. Yeah, I'll say as you're kind of discussing this, kind of to figure it out. I will say that that's the time when when Nyx and Hoot kind of return. Nyx sporting a new the blades themselves. But they're also carrying two pretty fancy looking broadswords, right? Pretty nice looking considering. Yeah, so it seems like they've gotten a bit of treasure out of this place. But yeah, the two of you exit and you just see, for whatever reason, Dorina, Mac and Cheese standing at the edge of this cliff looking down into the village below. Yeah.
What are you guys up to? I thought we weren't going to head down to the village.
Yeah, you thought you weren't going to go down there. But
don't have to
we want to
come.
go down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to go down there.
I totally agree. It sure is a sight to see. Also, there's some suspicious screaming, which, you know, might be a trap or some unfortunate wanderer.
Well, if the hospital was anything to go by, there will definitely be traps. And then pointing out the wound on Nix. The sword.
Yeah, Nix, you look awful.
You should be more careful.
Yeah. You mind patching me up? Yeah. Trying to put bandages on it, but I'm not good at that.
Somebody should definitely help him quickly. We don't
I can patch you up.
too much of that running out.
I could
Just-
assist, I guess.
Just pulls out his. He wears his healing tools.
Yeah.
Oh god. Either this goes surprisingly well, or Chester's an asshole.
Yeah, where are you
Find out
at, by the
which.
way, with health? Just to be sure of this. Okay, yeah, you got enough that if it's a critical failure, you don't die.
That's fine.
I could get. Is there a way that I could assist as well? Because I do also have the bell medicine. Or is that
Well,
a
I'm just
separate
gonna
check?
use. I'm just gonna use the regular ones.
Yeah.
We can spend the 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same check, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's an.
Yeah, it is.
You're
The
basically
treat wounds.
you're basically making a check to see if you can provide a +2 bonus. So it's
It's
almost
treat wounds, basically.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you can make the check to see if you give a bonus, attempting to aid Chester.
Let's find out.
I would
Which I
just
think
love to
is-
sing a little melody for 10 minutes to restore my focus points.
Okay, perfect.
And what
could go wrong?
check would that be to give that? Would I just roll treat wounds myself, and then that would count as the?
I believe so. Let me see. Yeah. 8 is really weird, actually.
Medicine, but it makes you
Yeah,
roll
you-
medicine anyway.
Yeah,
so-
medicine. There you go.
Yeah, you just roll medicine check.
There's a chance you critically fail and you actually
Medicine.
fuck
just
him over
yanked
too,
him.
by the way. Yeah, you actually take away from there. Huh? So, just a heads up. Okay,
Okay,
Nice.
great. So I get what do I get?
you get a with that it would be a +1 circumstantial bonus to the check. All right. Indeed does work, and so yeah, you patch up. Spend 10 minutes. Dolina, you can go ahead and redo your focus points as well. As you take the time, right, to kind of strum along just a little bit to kind of help restore that, and then yeah, Nyx, you are patched up by an additional 7 points. So
See, I'm completely capable.
Mhm. Thank you. That was
Very capable.
not
yes.
grave, but if we're
Just
Going
looks
into a
over at who
city?
he like broke the rib up even more earlier.
Mm-hmm. It's like the sarcastic, like that. Yeah, very capable.
Alright, so you really want to head on down into this place.
Yeah, why not? Jill, we're ready.
Yeah.
To die.
Well, yeah. Yay.
Alright. What level are your characters?
2.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, I
You
mean
need
it's,
to be at least level
experience
5
for a
to
while.
enter this area. We have hit the boundary.
it's
Yeah,
rough.
you know,
Yeah. Alright. I mean, hey. Just, you know, don't say it today, so, you know.
I mean, Beef and
think
I were planning to retire mac and cheese anyway.
Fair.
Yeah, you
Maybe
guys,
you
it's really up
guys
to
will.
you. Because, like, Luke and I aren't playing the twins anymore after this, most likely. So, like, if they die, we're okay, but you guys might give more of a shit.
I would be
you guys
more
can head back
inclined.
to Sanctuary if you want to.
Well, just
More
say
inclined to that.
I'm not inclined to running away and leaving people behind if things get sticky. I hope everyone is okay with that.
Oh, you
I
run.
was
You run.
kind of inclined to stop at Sanctuary because it was close, and then we could always go back the next day.
No. But someone's calling for help, Coot.
Yeah, right now.
True, damn conscious. He is trying to turn over a new leaf, so I guess he'll be convinced with those shenanigans.
Oh man. All right.
I was like, this is
Oh,
how I
no, I
expected
never
this.
heard
Trill.
Trill like that.
I just
Trill, I thought you were bloodthirsty.
Can at least see.
I mean,
Yeah, you know what? We'll look
This
a little bit and then
Look,
see
look
what
here.
Scared now,
What
we're
can
we're
we-
just scouting.
feels like the situation in campaign 1 where are you really sure you want to bind him like that? Are you really sure you want to put the axe to his head?
that was campaign 2, I believe, right?
Campaign
Yeah,
But
3
yeah,
for me.
3, yeah, 3. All right.
Fuck, this is funny. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, good lord. I'm so
Yeah, look,
excited.
okay, if you don't want to die, if you want to keep your character, you should go to Sanctuary.
But do we level up because we because we
Yeah,
Uh,
can we level up?
Unfortunately, we can't do that now, you know? So we're in a
Can we... Chester doesn't have any spell slots.
Okay, you know what? Let's go to Sanctuary.
No,
Oh,
you've
he's
already
won.
made the decision. It's
Yeah, we've
unfortunate.
already
we're
made the
gonna check it
decision.
out.
It's
We're
unfortunate.
gonna check it out.
We're at least going to
Okay.
check it out.
We're gonna check it out.
You're gonna check it out. Okay. All right.
Because
Uh,
they lied to us, because they said it was already cleared, and
Yeah.
it's clearly not, so, you know.
Yeah. They told you it was cleared, right? They told you not to go there, but yeah, absolutely. So this way, you know, just pushing all that to the side, you decide to make your way in. So there is a single path. It is a rock path that seems to kind of make a kind of like almost like a swooping effect down and into the valley. And so as you start to descend as 5, give me marching orders, please, for who is going to be up front and who's going to be up back, because that is going to be pretty important.
I feel like
I'm not
me
guiding
and
this.
Mac and Chester are in the front kind of area. I don't know what order we want to be in.
I think I would like to be the last of the first.
The last one?
Yeah, I
Okay.
could be first.
Alright, and then Chester.
All right.
I'd be like conveniently in the middle, towards the back.
Mm-hmm. I can get
Okay.
him back.
Okay. Nick's in
Like,
the
it's
back.
not that Arena would appear scared, but she would definitely appear scared.
She's not
You
scared,
were-
but she's
you
definitely
wanted-
scared. Yeah.
You wanted to go.
Fair enough. Okay.
Hey, she could turn back anytime.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, very cool. Okay. So you start to descend, and something strangely enough, you didn't really see it from the top of the you didn't really see it from the top of the cliff, but as you start to make your way down, it's almost like you're heading down and into kind of like a fog. There seems to be something hanging in the air, kind of obscuring vision just a little bit. Not heavily, right? You're not able to, like, it's not like you're completely blind to this kind of strange fog effect, but there's definitely something that is something kind of weird happening here. Because you couldn't see it, right? And it's not like it just rolled in as you were making your way down. It was always there, but for whatever reason, from the angle, maybe it never really was apparent to you. So as you start to make your way down, it gets a little dense, but you can all kind of still see each other in sight. Even not Midi, even Nyx from the back can see Mac and Chester up front, right? So, we'll say there's probably like a good, like 30, 35 feet between the two of you, or the three of you, I should say. And you can still see them kind of fully out. As you reach the bottom of this kind of dirt path down, it seems like you're basically kind of roughly on the outskirts of the city. But what you can see up ahead is kind of like this open, very clearly what used to be a farm kind of field. There's even still, despite it not being kept up, we can still see like the old rows, the old kind of stone walls, even some kind of fruits and vegetables still kind of growing, just more wild than previous, right? Overgrown in some places, other places still seemingly kept pretty okay. The farm itself has a small little kind of personal home, and then on kind of attached to it, there is a large kind of windmill that kind of looms over. So to get into the city proper, you'd have to kind of start making your way, at least from this direction, past this windmill.
That has very don't make eye contact with the windmill vibes.
And as the
Where did you hear the?
I'm sorry.
Where did you hear the yell from?
He vaguely over here.
Motions
Think it was
at
from
the
the city?
city.
Continue to the city.
And then as we get closer and we see the farming area, could Hood like sort of maybe take a few feet to the side to see the trees or whatever is growing, and to see if it's actual edible fruits and vegetable, or if there is any sign of the corruption that we've seen throughout the forest.
Absolutely. For sure. As you look over this space, right? Just ensuring that you're not completely taken by surprise. You pull. We'll say you pass like a single kind of like an apple tree of sorts, right? Kind of reach up and kind of pull one down. Do you take a bite, or do you just kind of cut into it?
First have a look at the outside if there's anything obviously rotting, or if it seems okay.
The outside seems fine. Yeah.
He'll give it a rub over his armor like you would, and then have a bite of it.
Fair enough. Yeah. You take a bite into it. As you do so, it is very sour. But that's about it. It's not, doesn't seem to have anything else with it. There's just a very off taste to it.
And would that be like comparable to the sourness that we tasted on the inside, like a lingering sourness, or just like a sour apple, like a crisp sour apple?
Like a crisp sour apple. Yeah.
Okay. I guess he'd pick another one or two and just put them in his pack. And this seems fine. At least the corruption doesn't seem to have reached it. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. I need the four of you to make me perception checks. So you're starting to make your way past this kind of farm, and in doing so, kind of having to pass by this windmill. Ooh, very nice.
Did he seriously just put something from here in his mouth and ate it?
Yep.
It's so not the first time.
Does like to do that.
At least this time it wasn't a maggot.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Fair enough.
Even through the fog, you would be able to see her rinse her nose.
Mac and Chester are distracted by Coot consuming things, and Dorina's looking so far away she sees everything.
Yeah. What do you see, Dorina?
Yeah, I wanna smack Hoots back to see if he can choke on the apple.
Jesus. Yeah. Perfect. Dorina, you're keeping an eye out, right? As you start to make way, there's this kind of little road that seems to just kind of like a natural path up to this old home and a windmill, right? So that's the path that you five are following as you start to kind of get closer, making your way towards the village itself. Dorina, you see very well hidden, but there are obvious signs of webbing that's kind of greatly being obscured by the fog as it kind of sits low to the ground. But you see through it, and you see like almost like a flooring of webbing kind of spread across.
Is it like spidery webbing?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, I suppose you would kind of like bring her hands together to form some kind of calming gesture and just exclaim, do you quite remember these crawly creatures we encountered a little while ago?
The maggots?
No, the upset ones living underground.
Oh, the ones Nyx yelled at.
Yeah, the ones I saved you from.
I do believe we should perhaps not continue along this path.
You don't believe we should not continue?
I don't believe that we should continue. You know.
No, I heard you the first time. You said
How
you
loud
don't
are
believe
you?
we should not complete.
How loud are you having this conversation, I should ask?
She is not very loud.
Okay.
Who just crunching on that apple in the background?
Yeah. Right, yeah.
But she would start adding some urgency to her, like, you know.
Fair enough.
So you don't care about the thing that screamed?
My dear mortal friends, I shall put it differently. I believe
Mortal?
we should leave this place immediately.
Mortal? Are you?
You know how I meant that. We do tend to grow quite old compared to you. That was not the point, though. I'm starting to feel very unsafe here.
Well, you wanted to you were one of the main people who wanted to go here to help a person in need, and that you would never turn your back to someone requiring help.
Precisely, but sometimes circumstances do change our outlooks, and she would just like start like right now to just turn on the spot and start walking in the other direction.
Fair enough. Which is what we'll do when the time comes. So, it still shows Mac with
Why
the.
am I still here?
Okay, windmill is 6 out of 5, 6 out of 10.
Yeah. So.
At least it has the proper blades.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I mean, is this a good setup? I should ask. Is everybody okay with this, or does anybody want to move themselves?
Yeah,
Just we'll say
seems fine.
I'll give you up to like an additional
Yeah, it's
10
better, right?
feet. So
Maybe to the side because he was picking apples.
right, fair enough. Okay.
So which way is backwards? Because I already started going. A little
This will
bit
be
that way.
backwards.
To the
Yeah.
mill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just totally fuck you over. Perfect. Okay.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna say, you've already started to move backwards, but you've rolled that natural 20, and that just gives you so much perception in this moment. And as you do so, you hear this strange kind of, almost like tunneling of earth, right? This shifting movement of rock and earth before, and I'm gonna say you're the only one to see it as it manifests itself. As this creature climbs up and out of the ground. And once they appear, we'll be rolling for initiative.
Yay.
And so they appear.
What the fuck is that?
And
Is it a swarm?
a what?
Swarm.
It is not a swarm. And let me go ahead and get some more appropriate music going, as this is a very, very, very rough situation to be in.
Can't wait for us all to die.
It'll be rough.
What is with my rolls today?
So
I am going to try the initiative to, as I'm standing at the tree, and using the natural camouflage of the ghillie cloak to roll initiative as stealth.
oh yeah, fair enough. Is the cow on the map actually there? No. This is just a quick map because it was absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Oh, holy
Very
cow.
Absolutely. You are.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Peace.
There is a condition here. Let me. I'll give it to you because it is earned in this moment. So let me. Can't believe you guys are doing this shit.
I can't either.
I'll give you the benefit of being momentarily invisible because of the roll. It was so well done. You are just completely unseen until you unfortunately do something that reveals yourself. With that, let us go ahead, get the music going. And we begin. Hoot.
Shit. But the twins are here, and I have to protect the twins, and I don't want to be a good.
Have to.
I have to. I was turning over a new leaf.
To become a salon.
Well, you could turn that leaf back over to the first side again.
Okay. I guess because we were unprepared, I will draw my hand crossbow as my first action, which is already drawn according to my inventory.
Okay. I'd be okay with you not having to draw. Considering the
Okay.
space that you were heading into, I think that's I think everybody being on guard is a bit fair, right?
Okay. And then because I am acting, I have surprise attack. So whenever I react on the first round of combat, if I roll deception or stealth for initiative, the creature is flat-footed against me.
Yep, absolutely.
So I shall try and shoot it.
This is so. Take a shot. It hits quite literally. Oh wait, no, it would have hit by 0, so you would still hit. But the fact that you are basically unseen in this moment certainly helps to the advantage. Go ahead and roll damage.
Beats it, I guess.
Yeah. But unfortunately, what that does is it drops your invisibility.
Yep, I am seen.
Yes.
And I guess it should also then automatically add the.
I believe it'll
sneak
automatically, but if it
attack.
doesn't, we can. Yeah. Very nice. So it does add all that together. Yeah. So.
Okay, how
Wait, what the
fast?
fuck?
Huh?
Why did you hurt all of us?
Everyone's dying.
Selected.
Yeah, for some reason everybody's selected. Here, I'll redo that. There we go. Let's let me remove all this really quick.
Wait,
Whoops.
what the hell?
It's a solid leaves.
Yeah. That's how
Sorry,
good it
that's-
is. That's how
That's
good it is.
it's my chain gun. I was supposed to draw the other one.
There you go. All right. So you take a shot. The arrow just kind of it hits in passing, but seems to kind of scatter off behind. It doesn't even seem to gain the attention of this creature.
Oh shit! And that was.
Wait, it's not even looking at us?
No,
it did. Well, it
just
didn't.
it doesn't react like to physical pain or anything.
it didn't have the flat-footed though.
It did.
It
did.
It did. The dexterity trained and an attack.
Yeah, flat-footed
Efficiency.
is the. See the. You can check where the DC is. You see crossed out with the 22 rather than 24. Well, I'm not sure
I
if you
don't
see
see
that.
the crossed out 22.
Oh shit! Well, well then I guess I
What
just told you. So perfect.
It's okay. You already said that a 24 like barely hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, it's the first round. I'm just going to try and shoot for a second time, even though I don't think it can technically hit.
perfect. Yeah, the second shot just goes miss wide. So, yeah, so you attack twice. You still have one more action, I believe.
Guess I'd put a little bit of distance, just move slightly amongst the rocks, trying to maintain cover just in case it can attack from a range.
Fair enough. Yeah,
But staying within the aura.
absolutely. Perfect. Move on down.
There we go.
Oh, you just left. To stand, you'd have to go move one up.
Oh,
There you
one
go.
up. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So, that's your actions. Yeah, this creature burst from underneath the ground, looking around, just kind of seemingly alerted by some means. I'm gonna say because of the perception check, you have a good idea why, Dorina, this creature may have been alerted. The fact that all five of you have essentially been stepping along a web of potentially the creature's own making, just essentially giving away your location as you approach this windmill. And so, as the creature kind of shakes off the dirt as it emerges from underneath the ground, the two shots from Hoot come by. The first one kind of hitting, but going sliding, and then the second one just completely missing entirely. The creature is going to draw a short bow. It has. It is going to.
Wait, the thing has a short bow.
It does. Yes. There's a
Shots
number of
intelligence.
weapons. But it does have a short bow. Actually, sorry, a composite longbow. My mistake. Which it will pull free. And I'm gonna do 1 and 4 on Hoot, and then 2 on Nyx, 3 on Dorina. As far as who is being targeted for this first attack, so 1 and 4 Hoot, 2 Nyx, 3 Dorina. Indeed, it is Hoot. Essentially returning in kind your attack, right? So, first action was to draw. Second action is to shoot this longbow in your direction.
Okay, you win. You have the bigger bow.
It narrowly
Ooh.
misses, despite rolling a. Yeah, despite rolling a 3, it narrowly misses.
Yay.
Yeah. The reload is free, so it'll take a second shot. Just quickly loading it in another one, firing, and rolls an 8 and misses. So, its first 2 actions are to miss on strikes as Hoot, as the little bit of cover you're getting is just enough to break the bolts across the stone. Nyx.
I think Nyx is just gonna hold his initiative.
Hold the initiative. Okay, so you're gonna wait. All right. Up next is Chester.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can jump back in, Nyx. Just let me know when it has to be at the end of another person's turn.
Mhm.
So
It'll probably be the end of the round, but yeah.
fair. All right.
Okay, Jester's gonna cast. Where is. Dear Hoot. Poor Hoot is being assaulted here. I'll cast Forbidding Ward for
Okay.
the enemy and Hoot.
Fair enough.
So you can add that to.
That's 2 actions. One more.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll cast Guidance on Nyx.
Okay. Fair enough. Guidance on.
Whoops, I casted it on Hoot, I think. Whatever.
It's all good.
Oh,
yeah.
no, you're good. Okay, we're good. Great.
Yeah, it has to be automatic. It has to be manually added. So, so you're waiting until the end of the round, correct, Nix?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Mac.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my crossbow,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack with it.
Fair enough. So, first action to draw the crossbow.
Sorry, I have to. Yeah, I have to. It's saying I have to assign my things to it. Hold on one second.
You have to sign what?
It said that I have to assign the bolts to it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Mm,
I did it for you.
Thanks. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
All right.
Means it's the first time you've used a crossbow.
Yeah.
it-
Oh, sweet.
Just hits. I'm gonna roll damage. Wow, you guys are actually getting some damage in. 4 points. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
pot shots.
And then I guess I'm gonna move a little bit.
okay.
If I move to here,
Mm-hmm.
would it be like? Do I have to roll anything to get over this rock?
No. Yeah. No, it's fine. So, you're fine to move there if you wish.
Yeah, I gotta remember how to move. My bad.
Oh yeah, just make sure you've got the token. There you go.
Yeah, I had to click on the right thing.
All right, Dorina, you were looking to essentially escape, right? To get out of here. As this creature emerges and as the others start to take shots at it, what are you doing?
That is the plan. So to start that off, I will be shouting a short little inspiring hymn out to everyone, which I would
Okay.
like to make a lingering composition.
Perfect. So go ahead and make the. Yeah, this will be for everybody, right? Yeah.
It's a performance check, right? I always forget
It
that.
is, yeah, performance.
That is a large area.
Yeah. Spark
Very
is
large.
big. I'll say that it is a success, so this will last for 3 rounds.
3 rounds, wonderful. And next up, I would like to take a couple of steps back into the bushes, just
Okay.
to break the line of sight with this being.
Perfect.
And then with one quick swoosh of my hand, I would become invisible, casting a flashy disappearance
Flash disappearance. Okay.
to move myself just about over here.
Okay.
I think. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, it's
Yes, that's right. And I would like to hide right here behind these stones.
Okay. So go ahead and make a stealth check. With a +2 bonus.
Oh, okie dokie.
Oh my goodness. Perfect.
Bye, Dorina.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny
yeah, thanks
because
for hanging out.
yeah, because for the rest of you, I mean, what do you experience, right? You hear, good luck from Dorina, and then suddenly Dorina just takes a few steps
lands.
back, and then poof, gone completely, completely out of
Just like
sight. Yeah.
Some of the leaves are whistling over here, but that's it.
Yeah. All right. So, let's do it like that. Okay. So, you wanted to jump in back at the end of the round. So, that being the
Yeah.
finish of William's turn. Nix, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to yell at it to stay back, try to demoralize it.
Perfect.
Yo,
Alright.
mama, so ugly.
There
Yeah,
is thankfully no
mark.
critical failure. So, yeah. Thankfully, there's nothing bad back towards Nyx, but yeah, it seems like the creature just is unbothered as it looks to draw the glaive that it has.
I'm going to we're up to it. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Sudden charge,
Okay.
running in.
Oh dear.
Reach. I will try to. Go for the grapple. I am gonna do that. I'm not. I'm gonna just try to take a big swing and use that guidance that I was given to.
Yeah.
Well, not the guidance. The Bardic Inspiration.
Unfortunate.
Oh well. Actually, I'm going to hero point that.
Yeah, that'll be the only
Yes,
hero
why
point you
not?
got available. But absolutely.
Not
Anything's better.
try.
It
Yep.
just hits. There you go. 9 points of damage. Absolutely.
Well,
So yeah, you rush up into the fray with this creature, and you take a swing with the gill hook, kind of ripping into the creature's flesh momentarily as you kind of pull back. So that is your 3 actions. All right, Hoot.
What's my distance? Pretty close. I am going to try and take the hide action
Okay.
to to become hidden from the creature behind the rocks.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh, it's a blind roll. I can't
Okay.
see it.
Perfect. Nice. Feel relatively hidden.
Okay, and if I feel
I don't like the sound
comfortable,
of that.
if I feel comfortable about that, I am going to pop up, thinking I have the advantage, and shoot it with the hand crossbow.
Yeah. Go ahead and make the shot.
But then the question would be, would it be flat-footed? Because
It
then it
will
would
not.
be sneak. Okay.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Shouldn't raise it. Sorry. Hand crossbow.
Yeah, I can also reveal it just to say, but because of the inspire courage, that is just enough to you're not scared of this creature despite the massive size to it, the blade that it seems to kind of be pulling out, the fact that it's just this almost like humanoid body with the large kind of spider legs holding it up underneath. Despite the monstrosity of this creature, that inspire courage is just enough to keep your hand steady. Go ahead and roll damage.
I just feel very confident about myself, and that I was hidden so good that I actually hit it.
Indeed. Nice. 7 points.
That's 2, and I guess I'll try a rapid succession second shot.
Perfect. Wow. There you go. Only one more than the other one. That sucks. Unfortunate. Hey, but I mean, every little bit counts. Yeah, every little bit counts.
That was it.
Yeah, so both bolts kind of go firing, and I'll say the second one, maybe it's because the fact that Nitty's more in your way, you're able to just narrowly avoid the bolt passes just by Nyx's ear as it just whirs right through and it hits into the side of the creature. Okay, so it is going to drop its crossbow. It is going to draw as its one of its action the glaive that it has, and since you are directly in front of him, it is going to take a strike with the glaive, and it does have reach as well. So that is a critical against Nyx. That is going to be 31 points.
Shit.
Which immediately drops you to dying. Yeah, so you rush up to this massive creature. It pulls out the glaive, and just with a single swing, it just kind of cleaves you right across the chest, the blood kind of going up as a spray in the air behind you. And the creature will then just take its next action, its final action, to approach the next closest. Glaive drawn. But first, Chester.
Yeah, this looks great.
Deadly.
Everything's going on. I forget, who was immune to my battle medicine? Was it Hoot?
I think it was
no, it was Mac. Mac got hit. And
right,
Mac
it
is
was
immune
me.
to both our battle medicines. Because we both made a check.
Yeah, and I'll say as it lays low Nyx and starts to step forward, the creature has like these predator jaws, right? Like both sides kind of open wide, showing this layering of teeth behind, and it just leaves out this kind of guttural roar. So, what's up, Chester?
Yeah. Chester's gonna... Oh my god. I still have the stupid thing selected. What's my movement? I forget already. 25. Yeah, what I'm probably gonna do is move twice, because I don't really want to be near it.
Mm-hmm. Trying to move around it. Yeah. Thankfully, even though it has reach, it does not have an attack of opportunity.
Oh, well
So,
then well, hey, how was I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have just moved once. Well, I don't think I would have made it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's still the same distance, right?
Yeah. So, dear old Chester is going to tend to...
Yeah, rushing up as this creature steps forward. Yeah. Alright. Doing your best to just patch up the large open scar across Nyx's chest. Not scar. Wound, I should say. Damn, what a good roll, dude. So, you are wounded, but you are no longer dying. Nyx. Good shit. Damn. Alright, so it's all 3 actions?
Yep.
Perfect.
Move twice and then...
Mac. This
Like
creature
how you
is
said my name.
standing. Yeah, this creature's standing right before you with this massive glaive in hand.
Okay, so remember when we first started playing this, and Beef and I were like, if we're gonna, make any choice, it's gonna be the stupid choices.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and feint him.
You can try to feint him. Okay. All right.
I don't like how you said that.
By holding his blood vessels clamped so he can just the blood rush to his head.
Against the perception DC. Okay. Go ahead and make the roll. That is
My
an
rolls have been
unfortunate.
awful.
That is a critical failure. I mean, actually,
Yeah.
I'll say you get a chance to re-roll this, but you're looking for, I think, in order to avoid a critical failure here, you're at least looking for a 9 or up. So you're looking for, basically, it's like a 55% chance roll to avoid being flat-footed yourself. And this creature's bearing down on you, so that could or could not be important down the line. But it's up to you if it matters enough to hero point it.
Oh boy. Until the end of my next turn. Nate, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do that.
You're flat-footed?
Yeah, I'll be flat-footed. Why not?
Okay.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you strike out, and the creature has a glaive in its hand, and it meets it like, you know, faster than you expect, and it just throws your blade back at you. Right? You know, you do not seemingly get this creature caught off guard by any means.
Okay, but I think I am gonna attempt to hit it with my rapier though.
Okay.
Cause flat-footed, I don't have to like stand up or anything, right?
Flat-footed just means you have a -2 to your AC. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Which means it's gonna guarantee to hit you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Narrowly, yeah, you attack and the creature's ready with that glaive, and as you kind of strike out with the rapier, it just kind of meets, you know, together. Narrowly avoiding your attack.
Yeah, and I will definitely not hit if I attack again. Because of how high
Yeah,
its AC is.
it would be difficult. Yeah, not impossible. But
Yeah, so I think it's impossible with my -5.
It's -5, so it just becomes.
You can still roll, if you roll a 20, it still hits, right?
Yeah, if you roll a natural 20, it's
Oh
still.
Lord!
Yeah.
Oh. I think I was just gonna scoot around a little bit.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, you have a +10 to it, so that's what. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scoot over
Yeah.
here in case anybody wants to. Actually, I'm
flank.
gonna scoot here. Yeah, in case anybody wants to.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Dorina. This creature does not seem to have any. Does not seem to notice you whatsoever. I will say though that it, you know, Nyx is pretty strongly built, and this creature laid them low in a single shot.
Yeah, I will be staying right here, stealthily. No, I will actually move back here stealthily behind
Okay.
this little wall.
Yeah.
That's one movement. And
More just, oh shit! So you're basically, you know, that's one action. I'd say you could use the other 2 actions, and we can remove you from the from initiative if you would wish.
No, it's like she's like getting ready to bounce, but if there's anything she can do, she wants to try it first.
Fair enough. Okay, so we'll say you can spend your other 2 actions holding an action for a specific trigger until your next turn. So if you'd like to do that, it could be like you can only spend 1 action doing
Not
something.
really necessary.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think I want to do that, but I would like to. So although I'm stealthily leaving, I think maybe Hood would at least notice it,
Okay.
because like he's also behind the little wall.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, you rolled a natural 20, so unfortunately, who does not notice unless you
Oh,
try to
okay.
get his attention? Yeah, you are the knight. You know, you are
Yoo-hoo.
unseen completely.
No, I would try to notify him at least of my leave.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah. So you tried to. I'll say since you rolled the natural 20, it's good enough to kind of motion to Hoot and then hey, sorry, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. So, Perfect.
Oh, there's
Okay.
also still the item that Chester is carrying.
Indeed there is. So, all right. So that's your full action, Dorina.
Mhm.
All right, Hoot. You notice that should not have dropped. Unfortunately, I think automatically does. So I have to reapply it, but I'll make sure everybody has Inspire Courage because it
I
should be
think
for.
I think I adjusted it.
I forgot to adjust mine.
There you
See,
go.
so the creatures seemed
Oops,
to
I
have.
just kill dropped it off myself.
There you go.
It's two more rounds, right?
Yeah. So if it says 1 round remaining, you just want to make sure it says 2 rounds.
Yeah. Okay.
There you
It's
go.
fixed now.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep the distance.
Okay.
And try to do the sneaky thing again. Try and hide or sneak at least.
Okay.
It's leaving too.
Bye.
Oh no, you're fucked. Yeah.
They gave you the forbidden ward.
Yeah. I will reveal it. Yeah, unfortunate. You actually targeted yourself there too, which is kind of funny. But either way, yeah.
Whoops.
You,
So yeah, I'm not entirely confident in my hiddenness, but I will try and hit the creature nonetheless.
Fair enough.
Seeing what it did up close, that was not cool.
Indeed, it wasn't. Fortunately, it missed it. So he moved, hid,
21.
and attacked. Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
actually, I forgot to sustain it on my last turn. So.
Oh, it's all good.
Saved him.
Oh, so the forbidding ward is gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
There you go. So, all right.
Yeah.
Nix, you come too. For a moment you were there, and everything was dark. Now you're back
Next
to
see
consciousness.
a beautiful blue-haired man standing over you.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the
Wait.
collarbone got
Yeah.
cleaved in.
yeah. Wake up, wake up.
Just a grin. No, it's a grinning face. Just like it's all smiles, saying we're gonna die.
Okay.
We're gonna. Good morning.
Jeez. Yeah. I guess I, stand up, heel hook in hand.
Unfortunately, when you are knocked unconscious, you drop it. So you have to pick it up and stand up, which will be 2 action.
Well, that is the 2 actions.
All right.
I guess. Do you think this has flanking?
I'm not sure. Unfortunately,
I don't know if
It's-
where you'd move to.
yeah. It will automatically do it if it is. I think it might be because of the fact that it's actually larger than
surround.
normal. So I think there might
Mhm.
be something here, but it'll automatically detect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna take a swing. Why not?
All right. Last ditch effort. Unfortunately, it is not enough. You swing and
Big rolls, big money.
miss.
Nope.
All right. That is your 3 actions.
There's 3.
We're gonna roll a d4 here. 1 is Hoot. 2 is
It's
Mac.
always Hoot.
3 is Chester. 4 is Nix. It's always food.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no,
always
it is
food.
always food. Oh, no. It is always food. Yeah, the creature's gonna turn to you, and it is going to.
I like how Mitty rolled that.
Oh, actually,
No. Well, he just had me selected.
Yeah, he
when
had you
rolled it.
selected.
yeah. This movement will offer an attack of opportunity.
I do not have it, I don't think.
Yeah, so
Okay,
if you want to take your
level
reaction next.
5 for swashbucklers.
Yeah.
Is it moving through me?
No, it's an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
It's not moving. It's because of the attack it's doing. Yeah,
Alright.
it
I'm
gives
good.
you a chance.
And I will gladly take a swing at it.
All right.
Big money.
It
big
does
money.
hit. I'm going to roll damage.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's something. Big damage.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. Yeah, it catches the creature off guard. Unfortunately, it does not stop the spell attack from coming through, though. As this creature conjures acid arrow and shoots it into your direction. Hoot.
Yeah.
It's gonna make an attack against you. That is gonna hit. Unfortunately.
Ouch.
Bidding word wouldn't have saved you anyway.
No.
16 points.
Oops.
Oh.
Sorry, I was scrolling through the chat.
All good, all good. And you're unfortunately going to take
It's persistent acid as well, right?
an additional 1d6 persistent, yes.
And persistent, is that just for the one turn, or do I have to do something to get rid of it?
You can use an action to try and fix it. I forget what the DC is.
Yeah.
Usually like a DC 15 at the end of your turn.
Yeah, so
I have
usually.
the treat. I guess it's treat poison then, right?
this is acid technically. So
Natural go away or
yeah, I believe, let's see.
Yeah, so you...
Can natural go away or you
after
can
you-
use an action to decrease the DC.
Yeah, after you take it, you roll a DC 15 to see if you recover.
Yeah.
And you can also do... The GM decides how your help works, if you wanted to try
Exactly.
washing it off or whatever.
Yeah. So
And you just get an extra check.
that's the first action. That's the first two actions. Its third action. It still has the glaive drawn, so it is going to. Because you're right up in front, Mac. It's going to take glaive attack with the multi-attack penalty. And it is going
Sorry.
to
Critical.
miss. Absolutely. So, Mac.
Oh, hell yeah. I freaking missed. I have no idea what I want to do, though. Aside from attack, obviously.
Fair enough.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay. Okay. And fortunately that misses.
Yeah. If I punch him, will that... Do I have to take the negative to that?
Yeah, it's every attack.
Yeah,
Thing.
yeah.
It's very rude.
Yeah, it's a multi-attack
Even like
penalty.
escape and other shit.
Oh my gosh, there's so many, like, critical failures for, like, everything.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah. I could try shoving him.
Yeah,
Good.
shove him over to me. Shove him to me.
Yeah. With his 20 strength.
Then I don't have to move on my turn.
Why don't you have to move on your turn?
Wouldn't have to if you shoved.
Wouldn't have to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Why not? We could shove him. Let's try it. The only
Can I
thing
get
that could
my turn?
happen is I fall prone. Did you get your turn?
I don't think
Wait.
That's okay.
Oh, you were supposed to be after Mitty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How'd that happen?
You missed me.
Did somebody? Maybe somebody hit next
I was
turn.
supposed to go before the Drider,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
but that's okay. I'll just anyway.
Do you
Oh, yeah.
do you want to do your turn and then I'll take my next? I can
Yeah,
think
yeah, we
about
can
what I
do
want to
that.
do my next 2 dudes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do-
Let's
and then we'll go to me after you, and then I'll just
Yeah,
take
yeah.
my last 2
Yeah.
dudes.
We'll work. I'm not sure how that happened. What the fuck? It, for
He
whatever reason.
moved in initiative somehow.
Yeah. Somehow
okay.
it moved to initiative. That's...
That's okay. I'll move 1 step forward because
All right. So, quick step.
I have to be over there.
Indeed.
And then
I'll give you a little bit of meta help. If you go here, you are assuredly flanking it.
oh right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume Chester would be semi-smart enough.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't really matter because I'm using my focus spells, which harms me, but whatever, that's okay. We're gonna do Soul Siphon here.
Oh, siphon. Okay.
I'm supposed to have 3 focus points.
See ya. Okay, so we target the bolster your own, so they must make a fortitude save. Okay, so this is a normal save, so if they succeed this, they don't take... Oh, no, they still take half damage. Okay, alright. So they're making... Let me make sure I got them selected, so I'm not... So they have to make a 18... It's gonna be very... They're very strong against this. Just, yeah, critically succeed. The creature is unaffected entirely, unfortunately.
Damn. It's terrible.
So you attempt to...
Anyway, since I used one of my focus spells, I also get drained 1 because of bones. My stupid curse.
Oof.
Nothing happens yet, but
Nothing happens yet? Okay.
no, but I'm... Let's see, how far did he succeed by? Like a stupid amount.
By 10, exactly. Yeah. So.
Cool. That's great.
So you're at minor at this point?
Yeah, so I just take half healing from non-magical healing.
Okay, so you don't have drain just yet.
Not yet, but
Okay, yeah, so I guess what everybody else would see, right, is the bones kind of protruding through the skin, right? The Chester's flesh becomes almost like momentarily rotted for the time being, almost in like an instant, as well as this kind of stench of decay coming off of Chester. So, so that's your first action. You still got 2 more.
Oh, I moved as well.
Oh, right, so you have 1 more? Yeah.
Yep. And fuck, like he's gonna be too good to resist it.
Yeah, this is a tough one, unfortunately.
He'd have to like get a fucking net 1. But oh well, not much doing about nothing. So let's try it again.
Okay.
And I'll give myself drained. Why not?
Going all out, pushing yourself physically to just do the best you can in this moment. Yeah, he'll make another. Yeah. He succeeds, so he still takes half damage at the very least.
Yep.
So he'll take 2 points of damage. Yeah. And at this point, yeah, I mean, your flesh like rots. It's kind of crazy, I guess, for everybody else around, right? Especially for like Nyx and Mac, because the 2 of you see like Chester go from relatively kind of like perfectly fine to just a sudden like bones protruding, and then the flesh just like continues to rot, right? So yeah, you gain resistance to poison equal to half your level, and a +4 status against diseases, poisons, and death effects.
Yes, and I also gain temporary hit points equal to the total number of HP the target loses, so I get 2
Two.
temporary HP.
2 temp. Nice.
I'm just gonna manually add it because
Yeah, probably a little bit easier. So. Alright, so that'll be the 3 actions. And so we'll get back to Mac.
Alright, I think I want to try and disarm him.
Okay. So you make an athletics check against the target's reflex DC. Unfortunate. You are
is
continued flat-footedness, I guess.
I swear to God.
yeah, he should have lost
This
it,
one.
but now
No, it's back
flat-footed
now.
again.
Yeah, you would have lost it, but
Okay.
it's back now. Yeah. So you got one more action.
I lose my balance and become flat-footed.
God,
This is
so you
wonderful.
This is hilarious.
It's a rough
Yeah,
fight.
I
You
can't
have
roll.
failed.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not rolling too hot today, guys.
You actually should have taken the penalty on that one too. So
Yeah, technically you would have. Yeah, it would have been a because it's an yeah because it's an attack skill, right? Yeah. That would have been a 17.
Yeah, but it was still a critical
yeah.
failure.
So, all right. One more action. Just, I mean, you got. At least I would say at least a strike doesn't come with the chance of, any negative effect.
Yeah, that's true. But it would be a -8, right? Like the
Yeah, it'll
the
be
second
the
one.
max.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit that.
You'd always
At
net
all.
20. It's at that point it's just straight luck, right?
Yeah, you know what? Let's try it.
Yeah.
You know,
You just-
I'll try.
I will say the creature has been substantially hurt.
God.
Oh no!
What?
So
Oh my
close.
god.
Why?
Damn.
I just want to do one thing
Oh.
this time.
Unfortunate. See, that's so close. Unfortunate. Yeah, if you had taken the attack. Alright.
It's like I just want to have one successful roll today.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it critically failed at hitting you, right? So there's, that's a bonus, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So.
But I also just like I was going through my things. I have nimble dodge. Like,
Yeah, I believe
why?
you.
I forget about that.
I think you have to do something to get it going, right? So, nimble
It's a
dot.
reaction.
Oh yeah, it's a reaction. Yeah, so you can.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Just keep it in mind. All right. All right. So that's your actions. Dorina. Seems like the others are stuck in on the fight.
leave against the die.
God, that's horrible. I will run up to
She
here.
walks away.
That's horrible.
I'll just-
See ya.
I would never leave screaming people behind. Oh, never mind.
Beef wouldn't blame Dorina. Jester would blame Dorina.
So I will
Dead
walk
people
up,
can't blame live people.
kind of out of nowhere, right? She would just walk up right behind you again, Hoot, and very loudly just yell out, "Run!" To which with another
Run.
inspire courage, which I would like to make lingering for as long as possible.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a
Um,
performance.
Let me find that.
More courage.
Encourage.
stack it up.
Oh God.
Oh no.
We are
It's
just
So
wonderful.
disappointed. Who's disappointed? Too disappointed.
At least you don't. Yeah. At least you don't spin the focus point for lingering competition.
The string
okay, that's
breaks.
something.
Yeah. No, the string doesn't break. It's just like you hit the note. You're you just kind of what? It doesn't kind of carry the tune.
Still, with that, I would cast again my fleshy disappearance to just disappear from here and fight again. There's
Okay.
another just puff of smoke, and
Perfect.
I'm gonna go right back here.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Sweet.
make another.
Oh God, I hope this
stealth.
doesn't cost me.
This is also +2 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're
Fine, Dorina.
You're perfectly fine. Yeah. For everybody else, you're gone. So I think that's all your actions. There we
She
go.
never even appeared for us, just for Hoot.
Yeah,
All of a
yeah,
sudden.
basically, yeah,
Yes,
essentially,
what?
yeah. All right,
It was very inspirational.
Hoot with Nyx up next.
Okay,
Chester
so I
following.
have the lingering persistent damage acid. Is that something I take now?
Yeah, it is.
Turn.
So it'll be 1d6.
I think it automatically does it at the end of your turn.
Does it?
And
Oh.
then I get
I think
a
it does.
recovery check.
Yeah, so you can just click on where it says roll recovery check. You do not pass it, so you are still.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, and you take 1 point of damage. Okay. We won't account for it if it does it automatically at the end.
Okay. That is getting a bit. Oh shit. Wasn't an action. I'm gonna try and I haven't battled medicine myself yet, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to try and treat my wounds and get at least maybe use the alcohol I have because I know acid reacts badly with water and treat it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, don't roll on that one.
Thankfully, it is not a critical failure, but it's just a narrow. So you do not get the benefits. I mean, your hands are shaking. This whole
Yeah.
thing is just too intense for you to kind of settle in and right. So
And he is pretty close. I'm just gonna try and hit him with my crossbow.
crossbow. Okay. I think he might be flat-footed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I swear.
It's not showing though. At least not for me.
It's a good
Yeah.
old spit roast.
If you roll, I think it'll automatically count for it.
Okay.
Not sure.
It's because he's not a melee.
Yeah, unfortunate. So, yeah. Damn. Just missing.
And
don't
Hail
know if it
Mary
counted.
for the natural
It
20.
doesn't look like it did, but it's okay.
Yeah, it didn't count. Because he's not a melee. It's only melee.
Hmm.
You damn, dude. Wait. This is okay, yeah, this is with
Inspired
the
courage.
yeah, this is with the literally because of the inspire courage, absolutely. So yeah, because Dorina, your spell effect is continuing to hold for the others. 4 points.
And that will be my turn.
There we go. Alright. Nyx. Oh.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
don't
it
worry
does
about
at
it.
the end.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
we'll keep in mind for next time. Alright,
You
Nick.
still have guidance.
Yes. It doesn't stack with Inspire Courage.
Yeah,
Weirdly.
You have to actually, you have to actually
bonus.
use. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a status bonus, same as Inspire Courage.
Yeah. The way PF2 works
Yeah.
is you just take the large
But it
open
works
two.
on other ability checks, which might come in. So I'm gonna move to get that sweet flat-footed to me,
Perfect.
flanking.
Surely
Try to
flanking
take a
at this
swing at it. Yeah.
And that does hit. Indeed. Another good chunk of damage. So you move, attack, and
Let's try it again.
yeah, it's flanked. Take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That's it. Yeah. The first one hits true, but the creature is just ready for the second one. So.
Mm.
All right. That is your turn.
Yep.
Up next. Chester.
Fester. So the way this works, Drill, is I have a third focus point that I can still use. My curse doesn't advance because I'm not a high enough level for it. It just
Okay.
locks me out of all of my curse magic until like tomorrow.
Fair enough.
doesn't matter because
There may not be
I used
tomorrow.
it anyway. Yeah.
I doubt there will be a tomorrow.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
Can we get a vibe check on this guy's health status?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so there's a term in D&D generally called bloodied. He is absolutely bloodied at the very least, which means he is
Oh hell yeah,
at
guys.
least halfway dead. Maybe a bit
Guys, we got farther than I thought we would.
more. Dude, yeah, you
It's
did.
only
yeah.
40 more hit points.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jeez.
we did 65 damage already. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Oh, shit.
Okay, sorry, it might be 60 more health points.
Wow.
So the question
That
is,
was
do
the
I?
scale. Oh, good. Alright.
I really doubt Trill's gonna give us another enemy after this. That would just be depressing.
Are you sure? I think Trill's gonna take that
But what
advice.
about the other three of them?
He doesn't-
So after,
Yeah.
after this, there's a swarm of these in the windmill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope you guys aren't swarm blind, you know what I mean? So,
I'm gonna ask you both
alright.
now.
There we go. Okay, so the creature's going to make it one more time. Yeah, it's pretty tough on these, but there's always a chance. It succeeds, so it
Takes
still
half
takes half
damage.
damage. Yeah. Another max on that.
2 and 2 temporary HP.
Yeah,
Up to 4.
good shit. Does temp HP
and then-
stack, or does it? How does
Yeah,
it work in
just adds.
Pathfinder? It adds. Okay.
You gain temporary hit points. And then I have 2 actions left,
Indeed, you do.
which I'm kind of saving this one for later. It's still, if I leave, it's still flat-footed, right?
Yeah, because of MIDI. Or yeah, because of Nick. Sorry.
Okay. I'm actually gonna cast Forbidding Ward on my dearest brother.
Okay.
Who's been flat-footed the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
That'll be the end of turn. Okay. Nyx, you have an attack of opportunity as the creature moves.
It's always hoot.
Yes. And that 20.
Not an nat 20, but it does hit.
Okay.
Roll damage. Is it enough? Ooh. This creature looks very injured, but unfortunately it does not stop the creature's movement as it moves a full range of action.
Does
turns-
Nyx get an attack of opportunity?
He just
He
took it.
just did.
That was it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's what that was.
Creature turns and
Mm-hmm.
raising both arms in the air. It's going to drop its glaive to the ground, and you are going to see
Brilliant.
a ball of fire emerge from its hand
Oh shit.
Yay!
as it
20
targets.
foot. Ooh.
Yeah, I need you all to make
Sorry, the
Such a
animation
cool
makes me
fact.
Explosion.
basic reflex for me. So the way to do this is to click your token and then just hit the save DC.
Alright, it's 2d6.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually click it. My bad.
That's fine.
But I failed.
No.
Everyone
you-
failed.
No. It's
Oh,
okay.
no.
We have. It's okay. We have mild resistance. We'll die by less damage.
Okay, so you
Wow.
don't. You don't take the full
Hero
die.
points exist.
Well,
Nick,
unfortunately,
you didn't want to use guidance for that, but anyway,
Yeah, I would actually use guidance on that one. I forgot I could do it on a save.
forgot.
How do you even add it?
And Forbidding Ward gives Mac a +1 as well.
+1, so that's still a critical failure on Mac, unfortunately.
Can I use
Only
nimble
30?
dodge? Can I use nimble dodge as
Can you?
well?
Not work on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nimble dodge is only for
Only for AC and
Oh,
straight
only
attacks.
for.
Yeah.
Oh darn.
Oh well. R.I.P.
So guidance would give you what?
Was
Plus
it
one.
A +1, so that'll make it.
Plus one.
Let me see.
23.
23.
So you still
Yeah,
Change
fail.
it
plus
to-
1 status bonus.
Mac, unfortunately, you're gonna take double damage as you have critically failed.
I'm gonna go down with a salute.
And
Hurt points.
Chester just narrowly avoids a critical failure as well. So,
Whoa.
the damage is rolled 19 points.
Should we take
So,
half? Or I do anyway.
That 19
yeah.
was my exact health. So
Oh, no, sorry. If you
that's
fail,
hysterical.
if you fail,
failed,
you take
it's
full
normal.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But they
Yeah, it's still
have fire resistance.
Oh yeah, we have fire resistance, but
How
I
much?
forgot about that.
oh, by 1 point.
it's
Oh, so you
fire
take 18.
1, yeah.
You take 18, and
Okay, so I'll gain one hit point back. Is what I'll do.
and Mac takes
Oh, I
no
take
damage
no damage?
because you are
I'm dead.
you are dying too because of the critical nature of it. Midi is also dying too. Actually, yeah, dying too. And would be wounded too if you are brought back up. All right, so Mac and Nitty. I keep Nitty. Nix. Sorry. Mac
Wait.
and Nick. What?
Does wait, hang on,
Mhm.
because the fire resistance would he also get a +1 to the saving throw?
Let me see.
I don't know.
Fire resistance. It's a feat.
What is? Yeah, I don't really know what the.
Oh yeah, you gain a
resistance is.
+1 circumstance
So he
bonus.
would have
to saving
not
throw.
critically failed because
Yeah.
right?
Let's see.
Yeah, it would have been 15, same as you. So it would have been the regular failure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, what were
So
you at?
you're okay.
Oh, sweet. I'm still at 0 HP, though.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
was.
it's 19
Because
on
I had
failure.
exactly 19 HP.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, then, no, you would have.
but the damage wasn't that much. It was 19 damage.
Yeah.
So you would
and
have-
half of
you
the
would have
You have
one
one. You have
HP.
one. You have 1
Nine.
HP left.
So
You're
you-
fine.
It would be 9
Oh my
9
god,
damage.
1 whole HP!
No,
Oh,
they're,
8,
they're,
no, sorry, 18.
yeah,
Yeah, 18 damage. So you have 1 HP because of our fire resistance.
Holy
Yes,
I knew we
we chose
picked. I knew we
correctly.
picked different for a reason.
Jesus Christ.
For that 1 HP.
Dude, it's working. It's working right
Yes.
now. What the
We
fuck?
survived.
Yes!
We
Just
survived.
one more round!
Alright.
We don't know all the rules lawyering as possible.
Yeah.
No,
So,
but it's important because we actually that's the only bonus we get.
Holy shit.
Heritage.
okay. So, that is the creature's full
Look,
turn.
we chose correctly, though. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, so because you went down, it actually moved you in the. I have to remember where you were. In
It's after the Drider.
Yeah, Max after the Drider, so it's next.
okay. There
I
we go.
believe that
All
worked.
right. Wow.
Yeah,
Racking
That
up
is
those stats
fucking
effects.
crazy.
we're gonna do it.
It saves you from the
We're gonna do
crit,
it!
and it saves you from one fucking. It saves you with 1 HP.
All of my luck ever was because of this one
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. Holy fuck.
Alright. I swear I was ready to die, but that was awesome.
Insane.
You can still
Um,
die.
Oh yeah, but you know, I still have 1 round
Yeah.
before I die. But I'm gonna have to get up in this guy's business.
You're
I
gonna
don't
chase him
think
down?
You don't.
Can
Wouldn't
you-
be flat-footed anymore,
wait.
right?
Wait, hang
At
on.
the end
Can
of
you
this turn, I'm not flat-footed.
can you move up here? Move here, okay? I need you to move there.
You're-
Please move there, alright?
Alright, just for you.
Yes.
I'll move there. Wait, here.
Yeah,
Heavy
yeah,
breathing in the
exactly.
background.
Yeah, right there.
Move
Listen.
there! Come on!
Yes. This is
I
gotta
think.
do
Hold
it.
on. Oh, hey, my speed is 25 too, so I can
Exactly.
move there in one turn.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Let's smash this guy with my sword. Hopefully.
Oh my god.
my
Yes!
god.
Crit
Let's
hit.
go.
Oh my fucking god.
Deadly crits.
Wow.
There's no
I
fucking
pulled that
Way.
twice. I'm
way.
so sorry.
So 16 damage.
Dude,
Is that it?
there's no fucking way that that happened.
We tried to die.
Dying on the ground.
No, we
There
might
you go.
still. Oh.
Oh my god.
How do you finish
Oh
it?
my
How does
fucking-
Mac
yes.
finish that?
It's been
fucking
such
monster?
it's been such a
Such a-
rough encounter. Mac.
Such a monster fucker.
Monster fuck.
I'm so ready to murder this man because my brother is looking not so hot. So I zoom up to him, like, like sword ready, and also still wielding a crossbow at the same time, apparently. And I'm just gonna, I'm guess I'm behind him if he's facing us. Well, I'm to his side, but I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna just slash him through like that anime like thing and slice him in half.
Oh my god.
I'm so disappointed in us.
I'm glad it's fucking crazy. It is absolutely fucking crazy.
Clutch.
Wow. Yeah. Mac. Using all of the frustration of this encounter to, it just kind of fuels you in this moment. Feeling like you're on the precipice of death, right? Even yourself, just the burning effect. It only essentially kind of, you are right there on the edge of unconsciousness, and yet still, some way, somehow, you close the distance to this creature. And in doing so, you strike out with your last strength, as true as you ever have, and you pierce right exactly where you are aiming. And the creature doesn't even have a chance to react before leaving out the jaw section of the creature's mouth just kind of opens and lets out this kind of weak sound as death overcomes it, and it falls down, crashing into the ground. The spider-like limbs of its body kind of reaching out in all directions sporadically, trying to claw at the ground before curling up as a spider does. And so we are
does it do that like spider thing where it's like, oh, okay,
exactly.
sweet.
And with that,
Curls all up.
this encounter is over. But
Yes.
I will say, further ahead into the village that your intended destination was, you hear more sounds.
More
I
danger.
think we'd all just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Chester would,
We're gonna help Nix.
You're gonna leave me dying on the ground.
No, Chester would cast stabilize on him.
okay.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do that now.
Wow.
And then we'll grab him and run out of here. Going back to Sanctuary.
I
Wow.
think even Marina would lend a hand to carry him.
Yeah, you rush
Marina
forward.
just appears.
Yeah. Where the fuck you been this whole fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it's the one thing I
Nice.
still have for the entire time. I have a healing potion, so Nix can actually walk under his own strength.
Hoot, I'm gonna need you to make me a DC 15 check real quick. Because
Oh,
the
yeah.
acid is still burning into your flesh, unfortunately. So you can Pokemon it, right? Where it's like, every action, every turn.
DC 15, you said? Medicine?
Top, drop, and roll.
I think it's just a straight D20, right? Recovery check.
Yes, 20.
So it's a damn. That means it's only a 25% chance.
Yeah, it's a flat 15 unless you do something to make it better.
Do not. Damn, is this gonna be the way Hoot goes out?
It might.
We try to like
It keeps the acid de-aciding. I don't know how acid works here.
It's
if
fine.
it
I'll just
stays
stabilize
on
him
for
if
a
he
couple of
passes
rounds.
out.
Well, persistent
Yeah.
damage doesn't go away even if you go unconscious. It continues to just tick, 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 tick. It's like the worst thing in the game
We
as far
try to-
as deadliness goes.
I
we try to like scrape
can
it
I
off to
can I
make
use
the DC lower.
I can clean stuff with prestidigitation. I don't know where it technically goes. Last time I was
Okay.
able to just drain blood out of something, out of clothing.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
I could try to help him with that.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that's enough because I don't want to deal with this.
If you kill Hoot,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be so upset right
it'd
now.
be such
Trill.
it'd be such a shitty way to do
Let's
it.
see
Yeah,
what he do.
yeah. So
That would be a hostile DM.
Okay,
Where we
second,
just
fifth,
had this epic battle.
yeah.
and
There
yeah,
we
we're
go.
gonna
Okay,
but
let's
it's
go.
good.
Okay.
Oh, so you would
I have taken 2d6 damage
all right.
before recovering naturally.
3 and 9.
So,
What does that leave you with?
at 6
Oh,
HP.
There you go.
Okay,
All
let's get out of here.
There we go. So
Well, and I'd want to check out the creature. 'cause
No!
They did tell us
No,
that
there's
they...
more coming.
No, yeah, there
Let
was
them
no, there
move,
were sounds in
friends.
the
Let's keep you
distance.
precisely that way.
We don't care.
That way. Well and breathing. Let's make a relief.
Well,
Who would want
Nick-
to
Okay,
get
so
a
can
trophy?
I just like meta Chester and Mac are gonna grab Hoot like they did with the Solomon?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We just pick up one arm and we start running. Lifting
We
him
need
into
to get
the
a
air.
trophy.
Alright, I'll carry
We
it.
need to show.
I'll carry
We
it.
can
leadership.
come back. We can come back later.
We can cut off the
Take his
head
glaive.
or
Wait,
take
how
take
far
the
away
weapon.
did he drop the glaive?
It's right
the
in front of
glaive.
him.
We could just take the glaive.
You take the glaive.
Okay,
All right.
we're carrying. So it's the twins on either arm as we carry Hoot up by his armpits, and he's holding a glaive in the
Yeah.
air,
Yeah.
along with that stupid sword that he got.
There you go. All right. So
We leave.
and so you do, and I
So
think
you do.
and so I think narrowly avoiding this encounter, or sorry, narrowly surviving, I guess, this encounter against all odds. Wow, that is a fucking
Let's go.
crazy encounter to make it by.
It was incredibly fun, honestly. I assumed that we were just gonna die and it would be funny.
And it,
That's
that's
fair.
yeah.
But that was actually quite fun.
No, this was actually more funny than if we died.
Yeah, this is fucking fire resistant than the crit.
Yeah, that is so fucking. Dude, I love this game. You know, so
Can I ask how much HP he had?
95 total.
Oh my god, so we did
Wow.
perfect.
You literally
95
did
on the
perfect on the dot. Yes,
Oh shit.
that's why I was like, no fucking way.
This is amazing. Well, I would have cast harm with a 3-action move, and
Yeah,
Mac
he
was
likely
out
would
of
have
range,
died that turn.
and it would have
Oh.
it would have healed me as well.
Fair enough.
'Cause I have negative healing, so.
So,
But yeah, that was good.
yeah, as difficult as it is, you claw your way back up the hill. As injured as you all are, the various wounds that each of you has now kind of earned from this journey. Incidentally enough, I think the only one who was not wounded is Chester and
What about
Dorina.
Dorina?
As you return, Dorina didn't even take
Dorina.
damage that fight because the rolls were so
No.
fucking godly.
Unfortunately, it didn't
what
go into dress,
difficulty
would have
was
gotten
that
30,
encounter?
but that's
Like,
about all.
Dude,
Pathfinder was?
that creature is a level 6 creature against the party. I mean, that's still. I think technically that's like a
Deadly.
severe, almost extreme, but it's certainly like it's the way it works is if a creature is that much higher leveled, it should always be deadly, right?
It
Because
should
you
pretty
should
much
almost never have a
one-shot people.
chance. Yeah, and it basically kind of did, but yeah, just very, very
Mhm.
lucky rolls and shit there, man. Crazy.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
with that,
Didn't get the jump
Awesome,
on us.
guys.
yeah, with that, you claw and drag your way back to Sanctuary, and as you reach the border of it, feeling that lightness back to your shoulders, feeling safety, which is kind of crazy in a place like this, where there hasn't been a lot of safety whatsoever. All of you, except for Dorina, looking rougher for wear. And so you return. The gates open as you approach. A number of people come running out, looking to immediately kind of go to helping you all, fixing you all up. And you are brought inside of Sanctuary. And as the gates close behind you, you feel that you are finally out of harm's reach for the time being. And so, I think that is a perfect spot to end this campaign. But if you would like, you can go ahead and give some exposition on what may happen to your character next. So,
Well,
following this scenario, like what would be on the mind of the characters, right? In a couple of days, when you're healed back up to full, everything is settled. Is the intention to stay in the Red Vivarium, to stay in Sanctuary, to continue on with the people here, or is it to you've gotten what you've come here for, right? And particularly in the case of Chester and Mac, right?
yeah, we did get exactly what we wanted. And over while we're like chilling out, like resting and everything, Mac would definitely want to make sure that Chester was healing up because of the gem thing. But that's like first order of business.
Okay.
Yes. As for Nyx, she's gonna try to, I guess, again make the offer to the wine person if they want to leave the Red Vivarium and leave the country.
Absolutely.
They're like the only person you really found that seems like an expert and could potentially leave.
Fair enough. Absolutely. And let me make a roll because there was definitely some interest there.
I mean, it is as well up to Dorina because the offer would be for them to, I don't know, they're both people who work with wine and have wine. That would be probably the place to go to.
Yeah. Luciana is absolutely getting the fuck out of here. It seems like, for whatever reason, as you return, Luciana's little wine corner, so to speak, of this sanctuary, things are being taken down. There's a cart being loaded up, and as you arrive, after a couple of days, Luciana would approach and would, almost like the thought never occurred to her that she could leave, right? She could just get out of here. She'll approach you, Nyx, just kind of approach, in like a, does that offer still stand sort of way, right? And if it does, Luciana is on board to get out of here. Much to the dismay of, those in the
sanctuary. If Dorina wants a partner in business, then sure. If not, she can go somewhere else.
But it's Dorina's girlfriend.
So wait, what exactly is happening? I'm sorry, I'm just slightly confused. So you've got like a ship back to Thenaeus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, off of this.
That was the plan.
Off of this island.
Leave this godforsaken island.
Yes, I think Dorina would definitely tag along, and if you're taking the Luciana winemaker along with you as well, she would definitely try to invite them, like all of you, over to Thenaeus and her like family place.
I kind of feel like Mac and Cheese would join because hell yeah.
Yeah, why not? Not doing anything else.
All right.
It's like we have nothing to lose.
And Hoot.
I think if Mac and Cheese would decide to go with Dorina, he'd think, okay, they'll at least have someone who is sensible with them, and they don't need his guardianship. And he's kind of fascinated with the people of the Red Vivarium because he came there to kind of rekindle with nature. And even though it was very twisted in this area, he would try and talk with Adrian if he could stay and help with their cause and learn more about how nature is twisted in this area, and then maybe later on even helping the resistance build up their strength with the knowledge he has and the connections to the outside world.
Very nice. Absolutely, yeah. So you stick around, and as the group leaves, Luciana, Dorina, the two twins, Nyx, yeah, there's a moment of goodbyes as it is revealed to the twins that Hoot is going to be sticking around.
Can I attempt to steal his bedroll again before we leave?
Let's say you'd say you. I don't know if you have to.
He lets you.
Yeah. I think Hoot lets you, right? So.
Oh, sweet.
And,
but you have to let me think that I stole it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you low-key try and steal it, and on the other effect, he'll look to Cheese, and he was wearing the ghillie cloak, covered up his entire armor, and he'll sort of half take it off, like, I'll wear this as a badge of honor here.
Okay.
The hard-like armor.
Yeah. Oh, so it's still changed from the spell.
It's still changed.
It's from another spell. I do still have one spell slot left that I'd love to
What's that?
attempt to use on for
Hoot. Okay, what's that?
But he'll have to make a will save.
Well, he's back at full health though, because right?
Yeah.
Because we've been like
which is
resting
just
for like
exchange
a week.
image.
To mislead, exchange.
What?
So
you have to walk around looking like Jester if you failed. This.
Oh, if I fail, I look like you.
Yeah.
So at least it's only for 1 hour. And if
It's
it's a critical,
24 hours
it's
if he
24.
critically fails.
24.
Yeah, so I go ahead and make the.
I can't select a token, so I'll have to roll it manually.
Yeah, just roll manually.
There you go.
That is a failure.
Just a failure, 1 hour.
It's just a failure. Yep. So now you look like Chester for an hour, and
No.
you just walk away like that.
And
See,
Does he
you
notice?
found the fourth brother all along.
And
Well,
Chester has an hour as Hoot.
yeah, exactly.
He's gonna be an asshole
Yeah.
before he
I'm just
leaves.
gonna ruin it for him.
Wow.
Confusing the hell out of the people in in the
Yeah,
place.
he's just like stripping everything except for the heart-shaped armor. It's just running around.
All right.
God,
Jesus.
like naked,
Yeah.
except for the heart.
A final effort of maybe not sabotage, maybe it's a bit too strong, but a final.
It's like everybody
prank.
knows who
A
well
final
enough
prank.
by now to know this. There's something up.
Yeah, a final hurrah of shenanigans and prankery. But eventually, right, the effect fades, and it is decided that the groups will be splitting. Well, the majority of the group will continue in a way where one will stay behind and look to help with the endeavor to reclaim the Red Vivarium, right? To re-establish what it once was.
Yeah.
And so, with that, you make your you say your goodbyes. You stay behind, Hoot, right? Becoming a trusted and important member of Sanctuary within the Red Vivarium. Maybe eventually becoming like a guide as Valeria, right? You already have the kind of ghillie suit sort of thing. And eventually you may do for others what Valeria did for you, right? Leading those in need to Sanctuary. For the rest of you, right? You'll make your way out of the Red Vivarium, back into the open space of Rana, following that coastal road, back all the way up to Vergon, where you have a ship at ready. And essentially, after a number of days, right, thankfully avoiding any type of situations or drama of sorts, you'll find yourselves back at the Vergon docks, loading all up into the same boat and with the final departure, saying goodbye to the Desolio Enclave and making your way to other harbors, particularly that of the Neas. So, I think with the final goodbye and the separation of the groups, I think that's a great place to end this campaign. Thank you all for playing. It's been a pleasure. That final encounter was absolutely insanity. Very, very much appreciate you all for playing. So I'm going to go ahead and sign on the stream and everything, but I'll be back in just one moment. So thank you all. All right. Yeah. So that is the finale of our Wednesday campaign, Into the Red. We have a single finale left, and really it's more of an epilogue in the way of our Monday campaign, Valdyr Knights. So thank you all for watching. Definitely a big thanks to all the players. Definitely enjoyable to have them. It's been quite a fun campaign, despite all the bumps in the road as far as how things go with life getting in the way and all that. But yeah, our next stream will be this Friday when we do our weekly, our more serious weekly community world building stream. We'll be talking about a few things. So if you'd like to get involved, this is the best place to be. If not, we'll see each other on Monday when we roll and finish out our Monday campaign. If you'd like to get involved, the best place to be is in the Discord. So, Jesus, sorry. So yeah, if you'd like to get involved either in the world building streams and stuff, taking part in the world building threads, or just potentially having a chance at playing a game, the best place to be is in the Discord, as that is where I reach out to first whenever I am recruiting for the next round, which will be in the next couple of weeks. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good day or a good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and we'll see you next time, or we'll see you when we see you. So, peace out. Later.